This is Big Flippin' Bass. Again, my name is Nolan Morris. I'm going to do a little bit of an unbagging for you today, or unboxing kind of thing. I went to the store, I picked me up some new stuff, I want to show you what I got, how I'm going to rig it, that kind of thing. Went back to my Yum. I picked up these brush hogs the other day from Yum, and I got them in a green pumpkin. I took them out, and I got several hits on it and caught a couple. That's what I used to make my new intro video, which you've seen at the beginning of this one. And so I went back and picked up in a black and blue flake. Again, I fished a lot of dingy dark waters. Black and blue flake's the one you want to go to when there's real dingy water. The green pumpkin sometimes will show up. They've hit the green pumpkin out here on this lake, but it really just depends. You know, sometimes they won't be able to see it as well, but the darker colors are going to make it show up as good, show up good in the dark, dingy water. Another thing I picked up was some more of my Yum dingers, of course, but I didn't do the black and blue flake this time. Again, like I said, I've been looking everywhere for these black and blue flake dingers, and we've been out of them. My academy I work at, this is where I got all this stuff, but they're out of them. Even went to Walmart, they're out of them. So it's hard to get something you like if you can't find it anywhere. But I did pick up a Yum dinger. This is a new one for me. Again, it's a darker color for the dirty water, and this is a June bug. It's kind of got like a dark blue hue to it, kind of like a purplish hue. But if you hold it up out, it looks black, and it has a like a bluish green flake in there. So I'm hoping this darker color, that bluish green flake, will show up in the water, and they'll hit this one just as good as they've been hitting the black and blue flake dinger. Another bait that I never used before that I picked up, I've been wanting to try, I've seen it and hadn't picked it up before, and I just wanted to give this one a try, was a Big Bite Baits. This is a fighting frog, a 5-inch fighting frog. It looks like a really good flipping bait, and I like to flip and pitch, so I wanted to try this out. It's almost like a combination between a beaver style bait, a crawdad, and a brush hog, to be honest. It's kind of got the little appendages off here like a regular brush hog. It's got the crawdad style pinchers coming off there, but it kind of looks like a frog too. And then it has like a beaver style body to it. So I think this would be real versatile. It's real salty. Cover my fingers in salt. It's a real salted bait, so that's good. It means it'll sink really good when you're flipping and all. If you ever wonder about like shaky heads and drop shots and stuff like that, what worm to use, the best worm for that is unsalted worms. The salt will actually make the creature bait or the worm, whatever you're using, sink. So you want to make sure that if you're drop shotting or using a shaky head, that you want to try to find an unsalted worm. It will work sometimes, especially the shaky head. I've had some success with a salted worm, but just not as good as an unsalted. That unsalted seems to float a lot better, and it'll stand up for you or stand out true if you're using a drop shot. So look for, and usually on the pack it'll say salted or unsalted, but this one I'm going to flip with it, so salted really didn't hurt me any because it's going to sink down to the bottom and I'll be able to pop it off the bottom really well. Another thing that I got is new rod and reel. This is an Abu Garcia Blue Max. I've told you before I have a ton of the Abu Garcia Black Max. This is a rod and reel combo. This is a 6'6" medium heavy rod. Put 65-pound braid on here already. Got it rigged up with the Texas rig and with that new black and blue brush hog from Yum. Normally for my medium heavy rods and stuff like that, I don't like 6'6" rods that much. I try to get at least a 7 plus. I didn't mind this being in a 6'6". The reason being, I'm probably going to use it for a frogging rod with a 65-pound braid. It's shorter, so I can get my rod tip down and walk the frog a little bit better. Also, I'm going to use it to pitch it and flip a little bit. The shorter the rod, the more accurate it will be with your flips. Keep that in mind if you're trying to get into a real tight space. If you can't hit it with your 7 plus medium heavy action rod, if you just can't hit that space, and you have a 6'6" medium heavy or a 6'8" medium heavy, something like that, pick that up and give it a try. The shorter the rod is, the more accurate you'll be. So this is going to be like my accurate flipping rod, or mostly my frogging rod though. It's a 6:4 to gear ratio. It's a little slower than I like whenever I'm flipping and pitching. I like to at least have a 7:1 to 1 and higher. The reason being is, like I said, sometimes you'll get a bite and you won't know it and the line will take off running. You got to be able to catch up to that fish before you can set the hook, or else the hook set's not going to do no good. But 6:4 to 1 is your common, more like your average gear ratio. So if you reel it really fast, you'll probably be able to catch up to them, but I usually like a faster gear ratio, but not bad. I picked this up at the Academy. They're originally $60, $59.99 for the combos. So that's a really good deal. The Black Max reels like this, I love them. They're cheap reels. You can get them for about 50 bucks by themselves. Just absolutely amazing reels. I haven't got a chance to try this rod and reel out yet. I'll probably do another video when I finally do a little bit of a review on it, and that way I can tell y'all how it went and how it worked. The rod I'm a little concerned about though, because like I said, it's a medium heavy, but it feels more like a medium to me. This has a real flimsy tip. The bend in it is about right. It comes down about a quarter of the way before it hits the backbone of the rod, which is whenever you bend the rod, you see where it kind of starts going straight there. That's your backbone, and that's about right for a medium heavy. You know, it goes down about a quarter of the way in the bend, and then it hits your backbone. But it just feels like a super light, flimsy rod. So I don't know yet how well it'll do for flipping and pitching and that kind of thing. But we'll give it a try. I'll let you know how it does on a review or something. I do have one more thing that I want to show you, or two more actually. Give me a second. I have to go grab them real fast. Ordered this online. This is a 60-pound braid. I ordered it off a website called Geek, I think it is, or it's an app actually on my phone that I ordered it on. It comes from Japan. It's 60-pound braid. I think I paid $8 after shipping. It's super good deal. If you haven't heard of the app, look it up. They have some fishing stuff on there and stuff like that. You can find some cheaper fishing supplies like the braided line, which if you go to the store and buy a braided line, 150 yards is going to cost you usually about 16 bucks plus $15 and up probably. So this 60-pound braid, they didn't have a 65, which I was looking for. So this was the next heaviest one, is 60. It should do just as fine. 5 pounds shouldn't make a big difference when you talk about what I'm using it for, which will be flipping, pitching, and frogging and stuff like that. But really good deal for the braid. I do have a concern about this though. The only thing that really worries me about it is the smell. It has this like spray paint kind of smell to it. I guess it's the coating they use for the line, and I'm kind of worried that the fish are going to smell it and be kind of turned away from it. I don't know if it'll go away or not. I haven't got this rigged up on a rod. I'll wait until I use up my other 65-pound Raider line from H2O Express, and then I'll start using this. But that kind of worries me about the scent a little bit, but I'll let you know how it does. The next thing I got is a Flambeau box. These are amazing boxes for storing your tackle, and especially your terminal tackle. The reason being is these little blue dividers that's in here, I haven't even put it together yet. These little blue dividers make your box waterproof, and it sucks out all the moisture of your boxes. Anybody who's been fishing for a little while or fishes knows that the worst thing possible is for your terminal tackle to get water in it, and your hooks will start to rust, your weights will rust, your swivels will rust, your clips will rust, and then they're no good. You go to set the hook, it has a rusted spot on it, you don't know, it'll break off. So these waterproof boxes are amazing for your terminal tackle. I think this box was roughly about $6 or $7. So it's not that high a price, not that bad, and it'll save you a whole lot more money in the long run whenever you don't have to replace all your hooks and stuff like that, because those little $4 or $5 packs of hooks can get expensive over time. Again, they bought this at Academy, about $5 to $7, somewhere around in there. Amazing for terminal tackle, waterproof. You can be sure that you try to get some waterproof boxes, even more so for your terminal tackle, to keep your more hooks and stuff like that. Crankbaits would be a bad idea too. You know, they got the exposed treble hooks, so you want to be sure you try to keep those as waterproof as possible. You don't want your treble hooks going out, so you're actually going to constantly be replacing those treble hooks. That's about it. I just wanted to go over a short little video and show you what I got today in my bag of goodies, and I'll let you know how this stuff does when I finally get back out on the water to try them out. Until next time, I appreciate you for watching my videos. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Find me on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching. Tight lines to you in the future, and I'll catch you in the next episode.